In this video, we're going to focus on solving age-related word problems, like the one you see on the board. So, Sally is 3 times as old as John. 8 years from now, Sally will be twice as old as John. How old is John? So there's two things you need to be concerned with: the present and the future. So I'm going to put Sally and John. So Sally's present age, we'll call it S. John's present age, we'll call it J. In the future, that is 8 years from now, Sally, her age will be S plus 8. She's going to be 8 years older. And John's age will be J plus 8. So now we need to write an equation for the present and the future. So at the present, Sally is 3 times as old as John. So that means S is equal to 3J. Now, 8 years from now, that is the future, Sally will be twice as old as John. So S plus 8, that's Sally's age in the future, and she's going to be 2 times John's age, which John in the future, he's going to be J plus 8. So these are the two equations that we have, and we have two variables. Whenever you have two variables, you need two equations to solve for those two variables. So let's use substitution. Let's replace S with 3J since S is equal to 3J. So we're going to have 3J plus 8 is equal to 2 times J plus 8. On the right side, let's distribute the 2. So it's going to be 2J plus 16. If we subtract both sides by 2J, let's make some space. 3J minus 2J is J, so it's going to be J plus 8 is equal to 16. And if we subtract both sides by 8, we will get John's age. So John is 8 years old. Now let's find Sally's age. This is John's present age, by the way. So John is 8. Sally is 3 times as old as John. So 8 times 3, her present age is 24. Now what about in the future, 8 years later? John will be 8 years older, 8 plus 8 is 16. And Sally will be 8 years older, 24 plus 8 is 32. So as you can see, in the present, Sally is 3 times as old as John. 8 times 3 is 24. But in the future, she's going to be twice as old as John. 16 times 2 is 32. So everything makes sense, which means that the final answer is 8. This is John's age at the present. Here's another one. You could pause the video and work on it if you want to. So, Kim is 6 years more than twice Timothy's age. 2 years ago, Kim was 3 times as old as Timothy. How old was Kim 2 years ago? So we have the present to deal with, and we also have the past instead of the future. And we have Kim and Timothy, which I'll just say Tim. And we'll put the equations on this side. So Kim's present age, let's call it K. Timothy's present age, we'll call it T. Now, 2 years ago, Kim, her age is going to be K minus 2. And Timothy's age 2 years ago is T minus 2. Now, what is the equation that we should write for the present? At the present, it says that Kim is 6 years more than twice Timothy's age. So K is going to be 6 more, 6 plus, than twice Timothy's age, so 2 times T. Now what about the past? 2 years ago, Kim was 3 times as old as Timothy. So 2 years ago, Kim's age is K minus 2, and she was 3 times as old as Timothy, which 2 years ago Timothy was T minus 2. So let's replace K with 6 plus 2T, since K is equal to that. So 6 plus 2T, that's K, minus this 2 is equal to 3 times T minus 2. Alright, so we no longer need this table. Let's get rid of it. Let's combine like terms. 6 minus 2 is 4. And let's distribute the 3. 3 times T is 3T. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Now let's subtract 2T from both sides. So 4 is equal to 3T minus 2T, which is T. And now let's add 6 to both sides. 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. So Timothy is 10 years old. So that's his present age. Now what about Kim? Kim, at the present, it's 6 years more than twice Timothy's age. If you multiply his age by 2, it's 20, and if you add 6 to it, you get 26. So at the present, Kim is 26 years old. 2 years ago, Tim was 8 years old, and Kim was 24. So as you can see, 2 years ago, Kim was indeed 3 times Timothy's age. 8 times 3 is 24. So we know these answers are correct. Now what is the answer to the question? How old was Kim 2 years ago? Which of these 4 values is the answer that we're looking for? 2 years ago, that is the past, Kim was 24. So this is the answer to the question. Here's another one. Feel free to pause the video and work on this example. The best way to learn is to work on the problems yourself and see if you get the right answer. So try it first. So we have Leah and Rachel. And we have the present and the future to deal with. So let's make our table. And let's put the equations on this side. Go ahead and fill the table. So what should we put inside this table? So Leah's present age, we're going to call it L. Rachel's present age is R. And in the future, that is 3 years from now, Leah, her age will be L plus 3. Rachel's age 3 years from now will be R plus 3. Now let's focus on the equations. At the present, Leah is 2 less than 3 times Rachel's age. So L is going to be 3R, that's 3 times Rachel's age less 2. Now what about in the future, 3 years from now? Leah will be 7 more than twice Rachel's age. So Leah, in the future, her current age is L plus 3. And that's going to equal 7 more. So 7 plus twice Rachel's age. So let's put a 2 for twice. And Rachel's present age, or her future age rather, is not just R, but it's R plus 3. So make sure you include the plus 3 in the future equation. Now what we're going to do is we're going to replace L with what it's equal to, 3r minus 2. So 3r minus 2 plus 3 is equal to 7 plus 2 times r plus 3. So go ahead and solve for r. So now let's move this over here. Now let's combine like terms. Negative 2 plus 3 is 1. So we have 3r plus 1 on the left side. And let's distribute the 2. 2 times r is 2r. 2 times 3 is 6. Now let's combine like terms. 7 plus 6 is 13. In our next step, let's subtract 2r from both sides. So what we have left over, 3r minus 2r is 1r. So 1r plus 1 is equal to 13. Now let's subtract both sides by 1. So r is 13 minus 1, which is 12. So this is Rachel's present age. So at the present, Rachel is 12. Now what about Leah? At the present, we said that Leah is 3 times Rachel's age less 2. So that's 3 times 12 minus 2, which is 36 minus 2, that's 34. Now what about in the future? That is 3 years from now. So 3 years from now, Rachel, she's going to be 3 years older. She's going to be 15. And Leah is going to be 37. Now, if our answer is correct, it has to be true for the second statement. So in the future, Leah will be 7 more than twice Rachel's age. 7 plus 2 times 15, is that 37? 2 times 15 is 30. 30 plus 7 is indeed 37. So these numbers are correct. Now what is the answer to the question? What are we looking for? So the question is asking Rachel's age 3 years from now. That means Rachel's age in the future, which she's 15. So 15 is the answer to the question. Let's try this one. So Becca is twice as old as Susan, and Greg is 9 years older than Susan. 3 years ago, Becca was 9 less than 3 times Susan's age. How old is Greg now? So we have Susan, Becca, and Greg. We also have the present and the past to deal with. So let's say PR is for present and PA is for the past. And let's put the equations on this side. So Susan's present age, we're going to call it S. For Becca, B. And G for Greg. In the past, that is 3 years ago, Susan's age is S minus 3. Becca's age is B minus 3. And Greg's age is G minus 3. Now what equations do we have? In the present, Becca is twice as old as Susan. So B is equal to 2S. Now, also in the present, Greg is 9 years older than Susan. So we could say G is 9 plus S. 3 years ago, that is in the past, Becca was 9 less than 3 times Susan's age. So B minus 3, that's Becca. She was 3 times Susan's age, so 3 times S minus 3, but less 9, so minus 9. So how can we solve this? We have 3 variables and 3 equations. But if we focus on these 2 equations, we only have 2 variables, which means that we could solve for S. So let's replace B with 2S. Therefore, 2S minus 3 is equal to 3 times S minus 3 minus 9. And let's write the other equation. G is 9 plus S. So we no longer need the table. So let's distribute the 3. 2S minus 3 is equal to 3S minus 9 minus another 9. Negative 9 minus 9 is negative 18. So 2S minus 3 is equal to 3S minus 18. Now let's add 3 to both sides. So 2S is equal to 3S minus 15. Now let's subtract 3S from both sides. 2S minus 3S is negative S, which equals negative 15. So if we divide by negative 1, S is equal to 15. Now we know that Becca is twice Susan's age, so Becca is 2S. So 2 times 15 is 30. And Greg is 9 plus S. 15 plus 9 is 24. So in the present, Susan is 15, Becca is 30, and Greg is 24. Now, in the past, 3 years ago, Susan is going to be 12 years old. Becca is 27, and Greg is 21. So now that we've listed the data on a table, now we can answer the question, how old is Greg now? So what is Greg's present age? At the present, Greg is 24. So this is the answer. Let's try another problem where we have 3 variables, or the age of 3 different people. So Lauren is 3 less than twice Andrew's age. 4 years from now, Sam will be 2 more than twice Andrew's age. 5 years ago, Sam was 3 times Andrew's age. How old was Lauren 5 years ago? So we have 3 scenarios, or 3 different time periods. We have the present, we have the future, and also the past. So we're going to have Andrew's age, and then after that we'll put Sam's age, and then Lauren. And finally, the last column will be for the equations. Now go ahead and fill in the table and solve the problem. Find Lauren's age 5 years ago. Feel free to pause the video to do so. So let's begin. At the present, Andrew's age will be called A, Sam's age is S, and Lauren's age is L. Now, in the future, that is 4 years from now, Andrew's age, he's going to be 4 years older, so A plus 4, and Sam will be S plus 4, and Lauren will be L plus 4. Now, in the past, that is 5 years ago, Andrew will be 5 years younger, so A minus 5, and then S minus 5, and L minus 5. Now, what about the equations? The first equation is associated with the present. Lauren is 3 less than twice Andrew's age. So L is equal to 2 times Andrew's age, twice Andrew's age, less 3. Now what about the future? 4 years from now, we have another equation. Sam will be 2 more than twice Andrew's age. So in the future, Sam is S plus 4. He's going to be 2 more, so 2 plus, and then twice Andrew's age. So Andrew, in the future, his age is not A, but A plus 4. Now what about the past, 5 years ago? Sam was 3 times Andrew's age. So 5 years ago, Sam's age is S minus 5. And he's 3 times Andrew's age. At the past, Andrew's not A, but his age is A minus 5. So this is the equation that corresponds to the past. So now what should we do at this point, now that we've completed the table? The purpose of the table is to get the equations that we need. So let's write down the 3 equations and then we can get rid of the table. So we know that S minus 5 is equal to 3 times A minus 5. And we also have S plus 4 is equal to 2 plus 2 times A plus 4. And also L is 2A minus 3. So what should we do to solve it? If we focus on these 2 equations, it only has S and A. So what we're going to do first is solve for A in this equation. So it's S minus 5. Let's distribute the 3. So it's going to be 3A minus 15. And now let's add 5 to both sides. So S is equal to 3A minus 10. So now let's replace S with 3A minus 10. So 3A minus 10 plus 4 is equal to 2 plus, let's distribute the 2 to the A plus 4. So it's going to be 2A plus 8. Now let's add like terms. Negative 10 plus 4 is negative 6. 2 plus 8 is 10. So let's subtract 2A from both sides. So A minus 6 is equal to 10. So let's add 6 to both sides. So A is 16. So now that we have A, we could find S. So S is 3 times A, or 3 times 16 minus 10. 3 times 16 is 48. 48 minus 10 is 38. So S is 38. Now that we have S, we can calculate, well, now that we have A, we can calculate L. So using this equation, L is going to be 2 times A, or 2 times 16, minus 3. 2 times 16 is 32. 32 minus 3 is 29. So this is L. So now let's organize the answers into a table. So we have the present, the future, and the past. At the present, Andrew is 16, and Sam is 38, and Lauren is 29. So we can get rid of this. In the future, that is 4 years from now, Andrew is going to be 20, Susan is going to be 42, Lauren is going to be 33. In the past, 5 years ago, Andrew was 16 minus 5, or 11, Susan was 38 minus 5, or 33. And Lauren, 29 minus 5 was 24. So now, what is the answer to the question? How old was Lauren 5 years ago in the past? 5 years ago, she was 24. So this is the answer. Here's another one. Gabby is 1 year more than twice Larry's age. 3 years from now, Megan will be 27 less than twice Gabby's age. 4 years ago, Megan was 1 year less than 3 times Larry's age. How old will Megan be 3 years from now? So we have the present, the future, and also the past. So in the first column, let's put Larry. In the second column, let's write Megan. In the third column, we're going to put Gabby. And for the last column, this is going to be the equations. So Larry's present age is L, Megan's present age is M, Gabby's present age is G. Now, 3 years from now, that is in the future, everyone is going to be 3 years older. Larry's going to be L plus 3, Megan M plus 3, Gabby G plus 3. 4 years ago, in the past, everyone will be 4 years younger. So L minus 4, M minus 4, and G minus 4. Now let's write the equations. So let's focus on the present. Gabby is 1 year more than twice Larry's age. So Gabby, G, is twice Larry's age plus 1. Now what about 3 years from now? Megan is 27 less than twice Gabby's age. So 3 years from now, Megan is going to be M plus 3. And she's twice Gabby's age, which is 2, and Gabby's present age is G plus 3 in the future. So she's twice that, less 27. Now what about in the past, 4 years ago? Megan was 1 year less than 3 times Larry's age. So in the past, Megan is M minus 4. And she's going to be 3 times Larry's age. And in the past, Larry is L minus 4. So she's 3 times his age, less 1. So now that we have the 3 equations, we don't need the table anymore. So let's write the 3 equations first. So M plus 3 is equal to 2 times G plus 3 minus 27. M minus 4 is equal to 3 times L minus 4 minus 1. And also G is 2L plus 1. So we have 3 equations and 3 variables. Let's solve the system of equations. So in this equation, I'm going to get M by itself. So let's distribute the 2 first. So M plus 3 is equal to 2G plus 6 minus 27. So M plus 3 is equal to 2G. 6 minus 27 is negative 21. And now let's subtract 3 from both sides. So M is equal to 2G minus 24. So I'm going to save this equation in this upper right corner. We're going to use it later. So in this equation, I'm going to isolate M again. So M minus 4, let's distribute the 3. It's going to be 3L minus 12 minus 1. Negative 12 minus 1 is negative 13. Now let's add 4 to both sides. So m is equal to 3L, negative 13 plus 4 is negative 9. So since I have two equations that both equal m, I could say that 3L minus 9 is equal to 2G minus 24. And now since I have G in terms of L, I'm going to replace G with 2L plus 1. So 3L minus 9 is equal to 2 times 2L plus 1 minus 24. So that's 3L minus 9 is equal to, let's distribute the 2. So it's going to be 4L plus 2 minus 24. Two minus 24 is negative 22. And now let's add 9 to both sides. Actually, let's add 22 to both sides. Negative 9 plus 22, or 22 minus 9, is 13. Now let's subtract 3L from both sides. So 13 is equal to 4L minus 3L, which is L. So L is 13. So that's how old Larry is at the present. So now that we have Larry's age, we could find Gabby's age. So Gabby is 2L plus 1. So that's 2 times 13 plus 1. 2 times 13 is 26, plus 1, that's 27. So Gabby is 27 years old at the present. So now let's find out how old Megan is. So Megan is, using this equation, it's 3L minus 9. So that's 3 times 13 minus 9. 3 times 13 is 39. 39 minus 9 is 30. So Megan is currently 30. Now, if we use the other equation, we should get the same answer. If we use this equation. So m is equal to 2G minus 24. If we get a different answer, then something is wrong. Gabby's age is 27. 2 times 27 is 54. 54 minus 24 is 30. So Megan is indeed 30 at the present. So this is going to be the present, the future, and the past. So at the present, Larry is 13, Megan is 30, and Gabby is 27. Now let's fill in the rest of the table. In the future, that is 3 years from now, everyone is going to be 3 years older. So 13 plus 3 is 16, 30 plus 3 is 33, 27 plus 3 is 30. Now in the past, that is 4 years ago, everyone is 4 years younger relative to the present. So 13 minus 4 is 9, 30 minus 4 is 26, 27 minus 4 is 23. So we have everything now. Now we could find the answer to the question. So what are we looking for in this problem? What is the answer? The question is this: how old will Megan be 3 years from now? So that question, does it pertain to the past, the present, or the future? It's 3 years from now, so that's the future. So Megan is going to be 33 years of age 3 years from now. Right now, at the present, she's 30, but 3 years from now, she'll be 33. So 33 is the answer to the problem. So now you know how to figure out these past, present, future, age-related problems. So that is it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you found it to be educational. And that's it. I hope you do well on your tests. And have a great day.